All right, so this is Harry Potter Quidditch World Cup. I'm sure it's going to be great. It's not an EA Sports game. It's an EA Games game. So they don't even think this qualifies as a sport. Oh shit. They're getting ready. Oh my god, he's so tiny. We're going with this, huh? I thought they'd be older for some reason, but they're actually like the fucking babies. They're baby. Alright, we're just going with public domain music. We can tell that a lot of money was been put into this. Oh man, this is so fucking loud and like overblown. Yeah, it's just like you. Hey, Ding Kong. And I'm sure the game will be just like this. Yeah, this is gonna be great. You think there'd be any jelly beans in this one? Every single Harry Potter game has had jelly beans. Are we going to create save game data? I guess it was trying to do something there. So this is 2003. So in order of release, this is actually further back. I wasn't aware of that. But it doesn't really matter. So this one's actually like before like Goblet of Fire and stuff. So here's what we got. We got Hogwarts World Cup exhibition and an inventory. We got no options menu. I guess we'll look at inventory. We got cards. Of course we have cards. We got a member all. Of course we do. Oh, there are the options. Okay. Got a widescreen option, which we're not going to use. For those who are not aware, every 6th gen game that has a widescreen option, and Wii game, most of them, they're like faux widescreen. They actually just like use the same resolution and they just stretch it. So like for what it is now, we just stretch it. So all it does is like make it look worse, basically. So it's never really worth using them. They're kind of a scam. Like, they don't literally... It's complicated, right? Like, they're not literally stretching the image like your TV would or something. But, like, they're basically cheating, right? Where they just, like, still use the same resolution. It just ends up looking bad. It's kind of complicated. So, yeah, the World Cup's locked. We have an exhibition, Hogwarts.
Welcome to Hogwarts. Now that you're here, you can choose which of the 4 house teams you'd like to take through to the Quidditch Cup. Gryffindor, Ravenclaw, Hufflepuff, or
I notice the
Slytherin.
audio keeps cutting out.
Once you've chosen a team, you can
That's just the
guide them
game.
through a series of house challenges. And if you're successful in these challenges, then your team should have enough skills to compete in the Hogwarts Quidditch Cup. Who knows? You might even win it. Over to you, Wood.
Right. Now, Quidditch is easy enough to understand. There are 7 players on each side. 3 of them are called chasers. This ball's called the quaffle. The chasers throw the
I wonder
quaffle
if this
to each
is
other
like
and try to
a
get it
game
through
that
one of
doesn't
the
like
hoops to
fast
score a
loading
goal.
feature
10
on
points every
on
time
like
the
Swiss
quaffle goes
GC
through one of
loader.
the hoops.
Might be that's why the audio is
Now,
doing that, or
there's
the
another
game's just
player on each
shitty.
side who's called the keeper. I'm keeper for Gryffindor. I have to fly around our hoops and stop the other team from scoring. Stand back.
Yeah, I didn't get a full night's
The
sleep.
bludgers rock around trying to knock players off their brooms. That's why you have 2 beaters on each team. It's their job to protect their side from the bludgers and try to knock them towards the other team.
This is very elegant. My question is, How much of this actually functionally
To
matters?
sum up so far, 3 chasers try and score with a quaffle. The keeper guards the goalposts. The beaters keep the bludgers away from their team. Now the last member of the team is the seeker, who doesn't have to worry
Am I
about
just going to play
quaffle
as a
or
seeker the whole
bludgers.
time like the other games?
This is the golden snitch, and it's the most important ball of the lot. It's very hard to catch because it's so fast and difficult to see. It's the seeker's job to weave in and out of the chasers, beaters, bludgers and quaffle to catch the snitch before the other team's seeker. Because whichever seeker catches the snitch wins his team an extra 150 points, so they nearly always win. A game of Quidditch only ends when the snitch is caught.
Doesn't it sound like a really bad
questions?
game?
No? Good.
Thanks, Oliver. Oh, and one other thing before you choose your house team. If the team you select does manage to win the Hogwarts Quidditch Cup, you'll be awarded a ticket to this year's Quidditch World Cup. If
You said that
win the
already.
ticket, you'll be able to choose an international team to support right through
Yeah,
the
I'm not
tournament,
absorbing any of this because it's
hoping to the
nonsense. It
World
doesn't make
Cup
any sense.
final. Okay, so
It's
if
no
you'd like to
different than
choose
the
your
fucking
house
books
team,
or the
you can
the
start
films.
to play Quidditch.
Like, none of that tells me what I'm doing, how I'm controlling it, what I do in the game. It tells me nothing. I like how Hufflepuff's just nobody and Ravenclaw's just nobody because, like, none of these other characters exist. The only houses that actually exist in the setting are Gryffindor and Slytherin. The other ones are, like, tertiary and don't matter. So, like, they just have random, like, NPCs that crawled out of the woodwork, you know? Hey, Sir Yime. I mean, yeah, sure, Luna exists, I guess. She's in Ravenclaw, right? But you know what I mean. I mean, we're gonna just stick with Gryffindor because we played all the other games as Harry and company, so, you know, it makes sense to play as a cop and just do that. Hey, Dubious. This isn't the new Quidditch game, but it is very funny that a new Quidditch game did come out recently.
Congratulations on choosing Gryffindor. I'll be your guide from now on. The first thing you have to do is learn the skills you'll need to play a game of Quidditch. Now, let's go meet the rest of the team.
Yes, congratulations. Okay, so we got player time, team record, still that inventory system, house challenges, I see. Okay, stuff that's locked. So this is all, these house challenges seem to just be like all forced tutorials, right? So all stuff that's trying to teach you how to play. Yeah, they're like, you know, I'm the only team that matters.
I'm Angelina Johnson, and I'm a Gryffindor chaser. My house challenge is all about passing the quaffle.
I hate that it's called a quaffle. Oh man, her face is really something. A's pass. Wow, the magical rings floating between your chasers are green. Pass the quaffle through them. If you miss a ring or the quaffle passes through one while it's yellow, you'll incur a time penalty. Yeah, no, this is all just a bunch of random nonsense. This is a 2003 game, so it is actually before the others. I wasn't aware of that, but in fairness, I didn't really look, and it doesn't really matter. But it's before I think Azkaban and Goblet of Fire for sure. So I guess it'd probably be after like Chamber of Secrets or something.
This challenge is all about passing the quaffle. Your 3 chasers will be flying in a V-shaped formation, and between each chaser you'll see a magical ring. These rings will cycle between yellow and green. The chasers must pass the quaffle back and forth through the rings while they are green. Missing a ring or passing the quaffle through a yellow ring will cause that ring to turn red, and a time penalty will be incurred.
Time penalty just because you
Hi there, Harry here.
just because you don't
To
pass
the
correctly?
quaffle,
What?
Press the action button. Use the broomstick control to direct your path.
Oh, by the way, I should point something out. Guess what, guys? This is extremely goddamn sensitive, like immeasurably. Like the controls in the analog stick, I'm barely touching it, and it's just going like this. I'm not really sure what the deal is with the time mechanic stuff. It might just be for the tutorial, right?
Wow, we've won a new Quidditch card.
Surely. Okay. Got a save slot. It only asks us to save now. Interesting. Over 2 minutes, have to do it again? Maybe.
Brilliant! We've won our first Quidditch card. The more cards we win, the more our team will be able to do. These cards will open up all sorts of other things too. You can take a look at your Quidditch cards anytime you like, as long as you're not actually playing. Press this button and select the View Cards option. Use the control pad to cycle through the cards we've collected.
Yeah, they just have the same ideas. There's no jelly beans, though. There have been no jelly beans yet. But the cards remain. I mean, apparently I got a card, but it's either it's not for my team, or it's, I don't know, I guess it's not for my team. So they gave me a card for the wrong team. So it says one of something. Is it just for everyone special? Is that it? Is it a special card? No. World Cup card? This menu is terrible. Why do they keep making menus like this for their games? They're all just abysmal. Cards in my heart. I don't know. So they gave me a Hufflepuff card. Thanks. It's the wrong team though, but thanks. And it still has this shitty thing from like Goblet of Fire, but I guess this came before it, so this pioneered it actually. Very cool. What does it do? You can trade Quidditch cards with the Game Boy Advance. What? Okay. I have no idea what the Game Boy Advance integration possibly is, but that's cool. This is very medicated. So I don't know. The card doesn't seem to do anything. There's a shitload of these. I think that Harry's lying. Or maybe only like a couple of these cards actually do something, you know? Maybe it's only specific ones and the rest are just bullshit collectibles that don't matter. Could be that. This audio is really struggling. Let me try. Okay, so it already saved. Not that we really did a whole lot, but it already saved. I'm gonna do a reset, and I'm gonna turn off the fast loading and see if that makes the audio like not that fucked up. Because sometimes that's what causes that. So have to find it. All right, no, I already have emulate read speed on. If I recall correctly, emulate read speed means that it's not doing fast loading. So I'm not like speeding anything up. I'm pretty sure that's how that works, if I recall correctly. So I guess no, the game's just fucked up, I suppose. That's just the game being shitty. All right. And like emulate audio streaming is on auto, which is what you want to leave it on anyway. So I guess the settings are fine. I don't see any problems here. Was there anything else I should have checked? Like maybe like the other pages? Is there something? Not seeing a whole lot here that indicates something I should be looking at. No, it looks normal. Sorry, I just have to kind of verify that, like, shit ain't extra fucked for some reason. Just gotta make sure it's the video game, you know? Gotta make sure it's the game. Yeah, no, that's just the game. So the game's just like that. The audio's fucked up. That's cool. You know, good for it. Good for it. I'm just... Oh, it asks me for the language every time, huh? That's cool. Neat. That's pretty neat. Happy for it. Just gonna, for good measure, just do that. And, here we go. All right, let's get back into it.
EA Games.
Challenge everything.
This might be a challenge. Should I look to see if this game has a credit roll? I assume it does. Well, actually, I shouldn't make that assumption. If anyone wants to check for me, because I'm sure somebody made a long play, you can check for me. And of course, if it's not too much trouble. All right, let's get back to the tutorials, I guess.
Congratulations on choosing Gryffindor.
Oh, they do that
I'll
every
be your
time,
guide
huh?
From now on, the first.
All right, okay. Okay, so we did that. We're on tackle and shoot.
My name's Katie Bell, and I play Chaser for Gryffindor. My house challenge involves learning to tackle and to shoot at the goals.
Tackle an opponent and score a goal. Retrieve the quaffle from your opponent using a tackle, then attempt to score a goal by throwing the quaffle through one of the goal hoops. You shoot with B, and you tackle with A.
This is a one-on-one challenge between one of your chasers and a ghost.
Oh,
Edgar
that's
Cross
normal.
is the ghost in question, and he's been hanging around the Quidditch pitch for as long as anyone can remember. Edgar was obviously a pretty good Quidditch player in his day, and he's going to be flying around the pitch with the quaffle, trying to avoid your chaser. The aim of the challenge is to tackle Edgar, take the quaffle from him, and throw it into one of the goal hoops. Edgar will, of course, not only try to prevent your chaser from gaining the quaffle, but will also try to prevent them from
I
scoring.
can't throw? Okay, I had to get closer, I guess.
Just a quick reminder, press the action button to tackle, and the shoot button when you're in range of the goal hoops. Good luck.
These sounds are really good. Yeah, at least it's running at 60. And the dithering isn't too extreme. There is dithering, mostly on the visual effects, it seems. But, you know, it's something.
Wow, we've won a new Quidditch card.
Yeah, I'm sure that card is really good. I really like how it's just like, here's this ghost. You know, it's kind of got that energy of like older E3 press conferences where it's like, here's this giant enemy crab. Same kind of energy. See, there's still a problem, right, guys? I still have no idea what this is.
Brilliant! We've won our first Quidditch card.
No, it's
The
not our
more
first
cards we
Quidditch.
win,
It's not our first one. We already got one of these. But like here, see, I understand that there are different like roles, I guess. But like they still haven't got to the part of you switch between them. I assume you switch between them like in a standard sports game. That still doesn't really answer how any of this functions as a game, though, right? Like, you guys know what I mean.
And I'm
Like,
the Gryffindor Seeker.
This is
I'll
very
show you
not
how
making
to catch
any
the
sense.
snitch.
Yeah, no, like, these games are all really fucking garbage, bottom of the barrel type stuff. Catch the golden snitchet. Follow the snidget's trails as closely as possible to build up your boost. Use the boost to catch up with the snidget and attempt to catch it when you're close enough. You press A to boost and you use B to catch. And you use the Analog stick for broomstick control. Long play comment. All right, let's see. So I'll probably read this out loud for the sake of everybody else, including myself, to absorb any possible information. This long play features the single player mode and every stadium shown in exhibition mode. My previous long play was the World Cup mode, but there's no actual ending to that, and you basically just play each stadium twice. Okay. So there's no like credit roll or any kind of definitive end. So you can make an argument that this is potentially one of these fake games where you don't really have a win condition. You don't really like beat it.
A golden snidget has escaped from a snidget reservation, and because
The
I'm a
GBA
snidget,
version
I've been
has
asked to
one,
catch
okay.
it. This is a good opportunity.
I guess that's where
to learn
the
about
link
slipstream and
cable
boosting
functionality
and
goes
playing
in with
a real match.
the wizard
And
card
Madam Hooch
shit
is
or
going to
Quidditch
help
card
us
shit.
out.
You'll see that Potter must follow in the slipstream of my
Controller's
broom as we
rumbling like
pursue the
crazy
golden
here.
snidget. This is so that he can accumulate enough power to boost himself into position and therefore catch the snidget. Once Potter has enough boost, I will peel off and leave grabbing the snidget to him.
Use the action button to give yourself a speed boost, and when you're close enough, grab that snidget.
This doesn't really make sense. These are just like mini games. Like I don't feel like I'm playing anything that feels like a sport. Also, I don't feel like I'm getting any closer to this snidget. I don't know why they're calling it a snidget when like everything else calls it a snitch. I'm not really sure where that's coming from. Also, in case anyone's wondering, this is literally copy paste reuse assets from the first 3 games. Like this is literally the same area. Like we did this with Prisoner of Azkaban, this exact same Hogwarts ground. Like this is an asset flip. Like I'm serious. This is the same. There is literally no difference. I'm not. Oh, I see it there. I'm catching. Okay. I see. It just literally takes fucking forever, I guess. Okay. I mean, I am holding A to boost. Trust me, I'm trying. It's also not easy to stay on target. It's very difficult, actually. Like, this is not easy to deal with. And the controller is rumbling so goddamn heavily that it's actually almost to the degree of uncomfortable.
Good effort. Have another go.
Seriously. Okay. This feels borderline impossible. Thanks for what's the word? Treating me like a little kid. Good effort. So PS2 and GameCube have no credits. Gotcha. Yeah, this is like a bunch of random nonsense. I guess we're gonna do it again. It's gonna make us anyways.
A golden snidget has escaped from a snidget.
You'll see that Potter must follow in the slipstream of my broom as we pursue the golden snidget. This is so that he can accumulate enough power to boost himself into position and therefore catch the snidget. Once Potter has enough boost, I will peel off and leave grabbing the snidget to him.
You already did that, yeah.
Use the action button to give yourself a speed boost. And when
It
you're
keeps
close
telling me
enough,
that,
grab
like, that's...
snidget.
Like, that's, you know... the only thing I gotta do, you know? Like, this is like hold A to boost, that is literally, like, what I'm not already doing, you know? Like, I know, I'm not close enough. I know I have to press B to catch it. I'm not close enough. You understand the issue here, game. And literally, if I get off track for, like, less than half a second, I lose a bunch of progress. You see the issue here with this. Honestly, I really don't like how much this controller's rumbling. It's like starting to hurt my fucking hands. I think you can disable the rumble, and I'm gonna do that. Okay, it worked that time.
Wow, we've won a new Quidditch card.
Yeah, that's been my impression. It doesn't seem to care about skill. It's just like, if it works, it works, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. Which has been, honestly, basically every single game in this Harry Potter, like all 5 of these Harry Potter games on the GameCube. They've all been various degrees of that. There's never really been skill required for any of this. It just, like, does the thing work, or does it not? Most of the time, it doesn't work. It's been kind of the theme of these games. By the way, I did some research and I looked up Goblet of Fire, you know, the last game we beat and played. It's on PC, and someone's deranged enough that they made a mod for the PC version that makes it like work on modern systems with widescreen and like uncapped frame rate. So basically, picture that there's somebody out there who likes that game enough that they went through the effort of doing that. And just imagine what that person must be like, you know? What kind of brain damage they must have that they thought that was worth doing. Only the team with the most points wins the Quidditch Cup. Remember, from here, you can replay any Hogwarts house team to better your score. Okay. So we just straight into the Quidditch Cup then, okay. There's a practice game. Hufflepuff's locked. These are their locked, so we start with Ravenclaw. Yeah, you can't drop giant cubes on Ron. That is very true. Okay.
Ready for a match against Ravenclaw, are you?
Not really.
We'll see just how ready you really are. Let's play for the Quidditch Cup.
I literally have no idea what I'm doing. You just showed me a bunch of mini games. I don't know what the game's actually like. You just showed me a bunch of random shit. I really want to know what it is. Because, like, the tutorial stuff didn't really help me.
Lee Jordan commentating live from a packed stadium here at Hogwarts. My most excellent friend and amateur Quidditch expert, Seamus Finnegan.
Look at that, though. It's running at 60. And that seems pretty consistent.
I got a feeling we're gonna see a
like,
classic game
we got to give him that, right? Like, it's the first Harry Potter game out of this bunch to accomplish it. And I guess part of how they accomplish it is it looks like fucking shit.
We're off. Passes it off.
Yeah, see, there's none of this ring stuff.
Spinette. Alert.
Okay.
Fantastic.
So, like, some of what they taught me works. There's nothing with the snitch going on.
Johnson gets the loose ball.
There's no, like, way to... Is there any way to move faster?
Shoots it.
Okay, I see. So, like, I kind of have to hope I'm going for the right thing. I still don't really know what I'm doing, but, you know, that's fine.
Spinette buries it. That's her second goal.
It doesn't seem like it's difficult so far. Of course, it's still baby. I know that, but, like... maybe it'll get harder, but, like, I still don't really understand...
Johnson. She makes it.
Like, when's this snitch thing come into play? Is it just, like, a random thing that starts happening? Oh, the NHL Hits 2002 is way fucking better than this. I think that's actually a pretty good game for what it is. It just was really grindy to get, like, what is somewhat of a fair win condition. I never had anything against NHL Hits. That was fun. It's just a lot of game, and it's grindy, and is mostly designed to be played with people. But no, I enjoyed it for what it was. So no, it's fucking way better.
Page is such a good keeper. Johnson.
You just want me to praise more hockey? Understandable.
Amazing move.
Good emote. I didn't even know someone would have had something like that. I think that might be the first time I've seen a hockey emote.
Bell, alert. She puts it in.
Yeah. So far, I feel like a lot of the stuff that they taught me doesn't apply. Also, I don't seem to have a way to control anybody. Like, I don't have a way to, like, choose who I'm playing as. So far, it feels that way. I can pass, but, like, you know what I mean? Like, when I don't have the ball, it just feels like I don't know who I'm controlling. It just randomly chooses. and then I kind of just go from there. Also, I'm making a pretty keen observation that passing just, like, causes problems. Like, there doesn't seem to be any reason to pass the ball because it just makes them intercept it. Yeah, I kind of got a little bit of that it reminds me a little bit of Blitzball, except, like, you take control of some of what you're doing. Honestly, in many ways, I feel like this doesn't really qualify as a game, which makes sense because it never did in the source material. So, like, obviously, we were all very curious about, like, what would this be, right? Like, what would be the video game interpretation? And it kind of seems like there isn't one. Like, more or less, I think they kind of got it down to how it works in the source material, in that it never worked in the source material, right? So, like, it just feeling like nonsense and not really being a game that you do a whole lot to actively play checks out. I also kind of wonder if, like, some of the higher ones are worth more, right? Like, are the ones that are higher worth more than the ones in the top, like on the bottom? I haven't really been keeping track of that. And as far as I could tell, like I said, I don't think that you can, like, switch characters or anything, especially with how they zip around and how the camera moves and stuff. There doesn't seem to be any kind of ability to do that, so I'm not really sure what the snitch stuff means. Maybe it's like an extra, like, what it could be is it could be like an extra. My brain's kind of melting because I'm trying to even remotely comprehend what it is I'm doing. It could be kind of like a, maybe once you get to a certain point count or something, it might be relevant. But from what I'm kind of getting at from what the long play was saying about this game and what I've played of this so far, it seems like there isn't really much here. So this could end up being one of these merciful games where it was that other outcome that I mentioned, where, like, there's not really anything to do here that involves beating the game. So, like, it kind of seems to me like so far this is a one of these ones where you just see what the content of the game is and then move on. Because, like, I want to emphasize, right? You guys, okay, I guess we won. Whoa, that face. Holy shit, that face. We won something, or did something. Like, I want to emphasize, I know that you guys know this, but, like, this isn't me trying to, like, get out of something, like, and whatnot. I fucking played NHL Hits for, like, 12 hours. Even though, like, it was the same shit every time, because, you know, it had something that made sense as sort of beating it. You know, win the Stanley Cup. It kind of had something going for it. This doesn't really seem to have anything. I like how they haven't scored a single time. They're almost about to, though. There we go. I'm sure it gets more. I'm like, I mean, I guess I can't say I'm sure, but, like, I would assume that this gets more difficult in whatever way that means that this gets more difficult.
She fires it. He makes the save. She takes it.
No, it doesn't seem like the other team has a chance. It's just literally a back and forth thing. Like, there's no real freedom of movement here. They're starting to be a little bit more aggressive, I noticed, toward the end here, but, like, not in a way that they can catch up with, right? Like, they're starting to seem like they're trying a little bit more now.
Well, has it? She shows great strength in the tackle. Take the shot. In.
Let's use that same animation again. Why not?
Stretton.
Good faces. It's like good. They're good. They're good faces.
Let it fly. Never in doubt.
And no, the points seem the same. I think I've been looking at the scoreboard. You guys can look too, but like I don't think it actually makes a difference. Like which one you throw it in. I could be wrong, but I'd have to try another one.
Takes the quapple.
Go for the one here, the lowest one.
Fantastic.
No, it's the same. So like it doesn't matter which ring you get it in.
Well, gets the loose ball. Tries the shot. Sends it home.
The points never seem to matter in the points never seem to matter in the game, like in the source material. All that mattered was catching the snitch, and there is like a sort of like a snitch icon there that I see, which I think that snitch icon might be like that meter, might be an indicator of like how close which team is to catching the snitch or something. But if it is at all like the game, whatever it is, my assumption would be that even if they get the snitch, I'm still far enough ahead that they couldn't catch up, and I would still win. It's my understanding of it. But how I engage in the snitch gameplay is unclear. Like, I could just start pressing random buttons. I'm going to turn off the rumble, that's for sure. Random buttons, see if anything. No, like, I'm pushing every button in the controller, and nothing lets me change players. I can pass, but passing doesn't seem to serve a functional purpose other than to make me lose the ball. Or the quaffle, if we want to get real into it. If I score for the other team, I don't know. I don't think they let you. Like, they don't really let me move that way. See? Like, the camera doesn't move that way.
Has the advantage. And the snitches arrive. Let's see if those seekers can catch it.
Okay, yep, it is just... They just shove you in here. It's just like... There's no control over it. It just starts happening. Like, you don't get a say on when this starts to occur. I guess it's just like a time limit thing. It's like each match has like a time limit. And then once you reach the event of the snitch catching, then whatever. So they clearly have like a better boost than me or something. Like they seem to have like a way better capacity to catch the snitch than me. Like their meter is much larger than mine, right? So like there seems to be some kind of statistical advantage that this guy's got over my team or character or whatever. So I seem to be at like a severe disadvantage to getting this thing. Hey, Sarah. So like I have no idea what on earth any of this shit is. It's like I said, I don't think it functionally matters what this even does. Like, because like even if they get a shitload of points from it or whatever, like I would still have a gigantic lead, so I would still win the match anyway. But it makes you do it is the thing. It's really just makes no goddamn sense. But yeah, so they got it because I don't have the stats or cards, I guess. Okay. And then we go back to the game, or what? No, I still won because I had the point lead. So all it did is it gave them 150 points, but I still had 380, so it didn't actually matter. So I still won anyway. I like how it just boots you out. There's no like crowd thing or any fanfare or whatever. It just boots you out. And I guess we got stats here. Cool. No, this is like complete word salad, complete nonsense. Like nothing in this makes any sense, which again checks out with the source material. In many ways, it almost feels like they're being faithful. I guess excluding the fact that like catching the snitch doesn't just automatically win you the game, right?
We're at the top of the league.
Like I have no fucking idea what's happening. This game's been a real fucking cryptid so far. Definitely one of the weirder games I've played, and also extremely bare bones. Why are we back to the house challenges? Beaters and bludgers now and special moves. Why are we back here? I mean, I know they were locked before, but okay, whatever.
I'm Fred Weasley. My brother George and I are the team's beaters. This house challenge is about beaters and bludgers.
Man, the faces in this game are something else. Learn how to use your beaters. Fly around the area and seek out the targets. Once you've found one, launch a bludger at it. And don't forget to get out of the way when it comes back.
In this challenge, you'll be learning how to defend against bludgers. One of your chasers, flanked by two beaters, that is, George and me, will be searching for targets placed throughout the grounds. What the beaters have to do is whack a bludger at each of the targets. Sounds simple enough. Except that once the bludger has hit the target, it can rebound.
What? Can't hear you.
Relentlessly until the beaters can bat it away.
Harry here with a reminder. Use the broomstick control to explore the area. Press and hold the bludger and drive the bludger towards the target.
What is this camera? What are we doing here? Okay, this fucking sound. I don't really understand what this is supposed to be doing. What? I'm fucking perplexed. I'm beating my bludger all right. Yeah, I'm supposed to like avoid it, and then I'm also supposed to shoot it. And there are like these targets. A couple of them are red, some of them are green. You're supposed to like move around and hit these in a time limit. Something. Like, I control this and move it around with the analog stick, but then I got to avoid it for some reason. Like, I guess it's supposed to try and teach me the defense and offense thing of the bludger.
Quidditch card.
But it never applied when we did our first match. So, like, I really don't understand. Like, we did supposedly a normal match of Quidditch, but I only ever had to do, like, 2 things during the match, but now there's, like, the bludger thing, I guess. Alright. That's cool. Fucking nightmare. Now we got special moves,
Hello,
okay.
I'm Alicia Spinett. I'm a chaser for Gryffindor.
Sure you are.
I'll teach you about dodging and special move tackles.
Learn how to dodge and how to perform special moves. Retrieve the quaffle from your opponent using a special move tackle. Score a goal by throwing the quaffle through one of the goal hoops.
This is a one-on-one challenge between one of your chasers and our old ghostly friend, Edgar Clogs. Edgar's going to try and take the quaffle from your chaser and prevent them from scoring a goal. Edgar's in a particularly troublesome mood, and your chaser needs to employ the dodge to avoid him. Edgar's an expert at the special move tackle, and this means it's going to be very difficult for your chaser to keep the quaffle for longer than a couple of seconds.
Harry here with a reminder. Press and hold the special move button and steer the target over Edgar. Release the button to tackle. Use the dodge button to avoid him. And the shoot button once you're in range
Harry
of the
here.
car hoops.
Is that how you'd like to introduce yourself? You're like, Clumjack here. What does the special move do, though? They didn't really explain that? Like, what does it do? Does it slow him down, I guess? It slows him down? Stops him or something? Posting from both, that's funny. Oh man, this is fucking insane. Yeah, I think it just kind of slows him down maybe, but also with how easy it's been, I don't think it functionally matters. Like, that being there, like, cool, I guess, but like, why do I care?
Excellent! A new Quidditch card!
Oh, you didn't? Okay. Cool. Yeah, I'm definitely getting a very strong inclination that there's nothing to, like, beat here or do. Like, this seems like kind of like a fake game. A non-video game. But I want to see what this is. I want to see the full thing and explore this. All right, so select special moves, blah, 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 shoulder buttons. So basically you awkwardly select them with the shoulder buttons and B. Special move shots. Does that matter when I scored like a bajillion points on them?
So you'd like a match with Hufflepuff, would you? Let's play for the Quidditch Cup and may the best team win.
I really like the lady there, like her pose and just lifelessly sitting on the broom. I thought that was pretty funny. There's like a dodge button, I guess. That's cool. I've never felt like I needed to use that.
This is Lee Jordan speaking to you from a packed stadium here at Hogwarts. My good friend and well-known Quidditch expert Seamus Finnegan joined me for today's game.
At least someone's got to be an expert around here.
Thanks, Lee. I got a feeling we're going to see a classic game here today. Madam Hooch is the referee today.
They literally have no other animations, huh? Just the same thing every time. That's cool.
Off we go.
I don't know how you're supposed to get the ball first, like when that comes out. I can't seem to dodge when I have the ball. I'm like pressing the button, nothing happens. So far, nothing seems different from the last match. Like, there may technically be other mechanics, but they don't seem to functionally matter.
Bell has it. Reach, grabs it. Cuts it off.
Maybe, if anything, they might be slightly more aggressive or better at what they're doing than the first game. So far, not in a way that feels like it's notable. I should point out that I don't have control over the camera for any of this game. Like, whatever the camera does, it's doing on its own. I don't have any decisions in it. It immediately flips me around. I don't actually do that myself. So as soon as I grab the ball, it just flips me to the goal. And that's how that works. And vice versa if I don't have the ball. Okay, it looks like they're trying some dodging now. I mean, I tried that and it didn't do anything. I'm pressing X and nothing is happening. Oh, it's actually Y. It's not X. I think they might have mislabeled the dodge button, or maybe I misread it.
She fires it. No doubt about that one.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to really need me to do much of anything other than, like, hold the analog stick and press the B button when I get near a goal and choose the one that doesn't have, like, the one goaltender in the way of it or another player.
That's her second goal. McAvoy, Johnson gets the loose ball.
Okay, that's here now, I guess. That's cool.
With a quick pass. Spin it. Launches the shot.
The bludger thing didn't really seem to do much of anything. It kind of appeared and then just didn't really matter. Yeah, so far I'm not really getting any indication of this game having a pulse. It does seem to just be a fake video game, like genuinely, like this feels like it qualifies. I mean, you come across those, like it's shovelware. There's like nothing happening here. It just has no pulse. It's like it's dead. And then it's gonna do what it did before, and like after so many minutes of playing this, it will make me do the snitch minigame, and I might be able to have a chance at getting that. And if I don't, then I just have enough of a lead that I would win anyway, would be the idea. So that seems to be it. This seems to be pretty unique to this game. A lot of the other games, it has a camera that makes more sense anyway. You have to understand that like sports are not like three-dimensional. Quidditch, part of what makes Quidditch incomprehensible and make no sense is that it's like a fucking three-dimensional sport, so to speak, right? So like, how do you comprehend a three-dimensional sport, right? With other stuff, it's pretty straightforward. Okay, the bludger did something that time, but not much. With other sports, the camera thing is kind of solved by the nature of it being, you know, not this. So all you have to do is have an overhead kind of camera view, right, for those games. And you've kind of got that figured out. Oh, they did it. They scored once, their first time. I always believed. I always knew they could do it. I don't know why that... Okay, I guess it's like a speed boost. I don't know why I couldn't do that before. Sometimes some games will change the camera, like if you're scoring. Some games will do that. I've seen that before a few times with some of them. Like if you do like a penalty shot in some of those games and stuff, you'll get a different camera angle for that. Or if you're doing kind of sort of like a mini game thing, they'll change the camera. And you know, that's all pretty typical. Otherwise, though, it's always just the general overhead that you've seen in most of the games, I feel. But hey, at the very least, this game seems to almost consistently run into like 60 FPS. You really can't say that for any of these other games. So that's something, but obviously it's kind of accomplishing this by having the fidelity of like a PlayStation 1 game, almost. In many ways, not too far off from that. Like, look at some of these textures and stuff, right? But character models somewhat varies a lot, obviously. Somewhat they're higher fidelity what you'd see out of like a PlayStation game, for sure. They're still not good. I kind of feel like this is like what you would describe as sort of like a halfway point between like something like PlayStation and PlayStation 2. Yeah, I genuinely have a feeling that this is going to be just like a game that we just move on from. I'm still going to wait and see if there's anything else, but I don't think there's anything else. Like, if there's maybe at the very least even like a separate arena or something. Anything. Yeah, the PlayStation 1.5, exactly. My favorite console. Like, this is just embarrassing, this game. even I have a pretty distinctive feeling, even if I was like, okay, I'll do all the cups and stuff and do like all the quote unquote content in this game, right? Say I even did that. Would it be any different than what I'm doing right now? Probably not. Like, I think I would just be doing this for like 5 hours or something. And there's no credit roll, apparently. Like, people confirmed that. This game does not have a credit roll. So, like, there are no credits in the game for this. And I don't even think I saw anything in the options menu either. Believe it or not, even for 6th-gen games, not everything got credits. We have seen this more than once, that, like, some games just don't have it. Like, people just go uncredited. And in some cases, maybe some people feel better that way because, like, do you want to be credited for working on this game? I don't know. I don't know about that. Maybe you don't. This, surely, I know there's always some weirdos, but surely nobody was like, oh, this was my favorite game to play as a kid. Or this game is really underrated. Surely nobody's saying that in any of these comment sections for like the long plays or anything, right? Right? The broom does not feel good to use. It is extremely oversensitive, and there's like an actual dead zone built into this game for the movement. Again, for those who are not aware, the GameCube controller does not have built-in dead zones at all. So, like, you could enforce it on a game-by-game basis if you wanted to, and I think this might be the first game I've played which does that. Hey, Seahorse. Thanks for the Fumo. This game, by the way, Seahorse, if you're just coming in now, is not a game. We've kind of determined that this is a fake video game. Like, what you're seeing me do is almost all of the game. We're coming up close to the other part of the game here. That, if you want to call it that, be very generous. But we're coming up to the snitch gameplay part of it soon. Very exciting stuff. You're not an alt anymore? Congratulations. Oh, you fixed it? Grats. Man, insane. Like, this game genuinely makes almost no sense. And it's also hilariously easy. I'm probably going to be moving on from this game soon, unless it shows any sign of a pulse. And I don't think it's ever going to. Because, to kind of clarify for some of you, right, who don't understand some things about how the GameCube Challenge works, since I do need to remind people sometimes or explain it, right? Generally speaking, the kind of hard rule that I try to go by is, have you seen all the content in the game, and or is there a credits roll, right? And if there's something you could do that initiates that like state of play where it's like, here's credits, you've beaten the video game sort of deal, then I'll do it. Or if there's anything that just kind of feels like there's a proper win condition of any kind, then I'll go for it. This is not the World Cup. My assumption is that if I get to the World Cup section, it might have a different arena for that. This is just like the Hogwarts Cup stuff, apparently. That was my understanding of like what they said. It looks like they're gonna score. Oh, no, they didn't. I still got it. Yeah, see, passing doesn't help you. Like, every time I've done it, I just lose the ball. There's not much point to it. Like, it worked that time, but it didn't actually make me move forward. Either way, I have enough points to win the game. Like, they literally have no chance of winning. Even if they catch the snitch and everything, like, there's nothing they can do. Like, it's over for them. And I don't feel accomplished either. Like, none of this feels like I'm doing anything. And in case everyone's wondering, this is a 2003 game. This is actually an order of release of the games I've been doing for Joanne's House of Horrors. This is like the, Okay, now we're doing the Snitch part. We're now doing the Snitch part. There seems to be some weird meter thing. Does that, like, determine my boost speed at the start? And if I don't hold A, I don't get, like, the bigger boost? Is that what that meter means? They never explain that part. I'm gonna assume that might be what's going on with this. Got me. So yeah, now we're just stuck in the snitch minigame that I have no chance of winning. I'm pretty sure that I'm supposed to hold the A button down at the start. That was never in the tutorial for this. So I think that's why the meter's like that and theirs is so large. I'm going to assume that's what's going on here. Because otherwise, this feels borderline impossible for you to get the snitch. Like, they move clearly so much faster than me. Yeah, they're gonna get it. But I'm still gonna win, because I have, like, 1,000,000 points. I have, like, 500 points or something insane. This is nuts. But yeah, you've basically seen everything this game has to offer, probably. Like, I don't think there's anything else. Like, you saw the mundane passing and me scoring 1,000,000 times in those hoops, and then this is just this thing you're locked into. It's crazy. Because, yeah, 420. Hey, 420 points. It's pretty cool. It's a good number. Hold on a moment. Just gonna let my dog out of my room. She was basking in the sun on my bed, and now she wants to be let out. So just hold on a moment. All right, I'm back. Yep, she was enjoying herself. But she had enough, or she got distracted by something. And congrats on getting that first. Okay, so at the very least, if it doesn't take 1,000,000 years, I would like to see what the World Cup does. If there's anything to that. Probably not. I think we've done everything tutorial related, right? There wasn't anything else with that, so...
We're at the top of the league.
I would hope so. So, yeah, it's like an accumulated amount of points. Like, I guess what you scored in matches? Or how do they determine this exactly? I don't know if they made that part entirely clear. I assume it's probably the total points that you accumulated through your matches. And then if you're at the top of the league or whatever... Yeah, okay, we still have another tutorial. Okay, we're still in that.
We've met. I'm Oliver Wood, Gryffindor team captain and keeper. You want to know about passing and scoring? I'm your man.
Learn how to perform combo passes. String together as long a combo as you can. Go for a goal once you reach the hoops. Why do I want to do that? Again, though, we've kind of established the passes are kind of pointless. They mostly just make you lose the ball. Why do I care about this?
This challenge is all about using combination moves, combos. Controlling your chasers, you need to direct one or more combo passes into the scoring.
Yeah, no, you could lose the cup.
You then need to pull off a volley shot to score a goal.
That seemed to be what I gathered from that.
If you fail to perform a volley shot or I save your attempt, there'll be a time penalty. This is a hard challenge, but if you're fast and successful 3 times, you might just get that school record for Gryffindor.
Harry here. Use the action button together with one or both of the combo buttons to perform a combo pass. Use the broomstick control to direct them. Once in range, use the shoot button together with the combo buttons to launch a special shot.
I also wish he didn't say it that way. Aria. Okay, they just want me to do that. Like, that's cool and all, right?
Excellent! A new Quidditch card.
Okay, I guess we did it. But, like, why do I care about this mechanic? That doesn't help me. We know that passing doesn't work. Like, in almost any situation, you don't want to do that. Because they're not going to get it away from you. And if they do, you just grab it right away. So, okay then. You do that. You do that. It is very funny, though, that he keeps going, Ari here. Oh, boy. Apparently, these combinations could give me a big advantage during Quidditch matches. I don't know. I've been doing pretty well so far. So now I guess for the Quidditch Cup, we just have Slytherin left, right? There didn't seem to be any other teams. This is it for Hogwarts.
Slytherin? Not in this lifetime. Let's play for the Quidditch Cup.
Okay. Patented formula.
Hello there. This is your very own Lee Jordan.
Hello there.
From a loud and lively
I'm
stadium
Troy
in
McClure.
Hogwarts. My good friend and well-known Quidditch
You might
champion,
remember me from such films
joined me for
as...
today's game between Gryffindor and Slytherin. Thank you, Lee. I'm looking forward to seeing these two teams fight yourselves. And here she is, Madame Hooch.
We all love Madame Hooch.
Away they go.
I like how they're like, pass to me.
Intercept the quaffle.
Like it genuinely would make a difference. Yeah, so far this feels like it's just the identical same thing, and I just ignore all those other mechanics that don't actually help me score.
The keeper did really well there.
They're being like a little more aggressive about it now, I guess. Like they're not as completely brain dead, but that could just be an accident.
She's got such grit, Zoya.
We'll see. Like they're not exactly getting the ball away from me, you know? I think it was just an accident. They're still as brain dead as ever. Combo 1. How about combo on these nuts?
He makes it look easy. Bletchley is a fantastic keeper. Bell takes it back. Shot.
Okay, so I see what they're doing. So maybe they do, like, now want me to use the combo stuff. Potentially? Because they are actually blocking the goal now. Not all the time, but more. I don't think this game has multiplayer. There was never any indication that it had multiplayer. There are exhibition matches. Maybe that's where multiplayer would be. But I never saw any point where it implied that there could be. Because you have to think about it, right? Like, there's that snitch minigame. How would that work in multiplayer? Maybe just 2 players. You could potentially do a 2-player thing. But not any more than that, I would imagine. Because there was no UI. Okay, yeah. 2-player exhibition. That makes more sense. Clearly, that's the real meat and potatoes of this game. Maybe I should just get closer to the goal before I shoot. And then they have less chance of taking it away from me.
The keeper grabs it. She shoots.
I don't think it makes much of a difference.
She takes it back. Passes. Johnson. He makes the save.
Yeah, so they're definitely making it more difficult in a manner of speaking. There's nothing that really is functionally changed about the game, in my opinion. Like, it's still not difficult, but I'm not able to score as hard on them as before. It's kind of been my observation. So they're putting up a bit more of a fight. But also, you only have to win the cup, right? Like, you don't... even if I lost this game, I would have so much more points than them that I don't think it would matter. Very perplexing game regardless. I'm pretty sure that we figured out all of its tricks, though. It's, the fact that it doesn't have any, I guess. Confounding mysterious fake game. Pretty much. Like, this is a fake fucking video game. It might be the fakest game I've played so far in the challenge. There's like, Monster 4x4 felt pretty fake, but I think this is worse in terms of fakeness. Also, Monster 4x4 was like funnier. This isn't really like too funny outside of the goofy faces and the fact that it's extremely strange. Like, really fucking strange. So yeah, I figure that we probably have like a half hour left on this game or something before I fucking chuck it, in a manner of speaking. So I might just go into the next next game soon. I already know what it is. I already know what the next game is, don't worry. And thank fuck it's not a Harry Potter game. Fucking Harry Potter. Like, I would hope that nobody thinks I'm in support of this shit, because I'm not. These are 20-plus-year-old games. This game literally came out in 2003. It's just a part of the challenge. The reason I'm doing it this early and not later. I'd rather just get it out of the way so I don't have to think about it. And I'm almost done. Like, I'm on the home stretch. Yeah, that's the thing, right? Is you gotta think about some of these games and why they exist and why they're so shitty and low rent. It's just an easy way to make money, obviously, off of a license. And it makes investors happy. That's like a key thing. Like, it gives them a number, and they're like, ooh, number go up. And that's like why some of these games exist. It's probably why the new Quidditch game came out, because in case people don't know, a new Harry Potter Quidditch game came out earlier this month, and they made it free on PlayStation Plus. So, like, I feel like that, much like this game, is just like an investor game or something, where it's like they just wanted it for a number. Like, you know? I can't imagine that game's a whole lot different than this.
I spill my drink.
Thankfully, I haven't done that in a while. I haven't spilled my drink. Uh-oh, the Bludger's coming. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Oh, I accidentally passed. I shouldn't have done that. See, I lost the ball. Never do that. You know how they, like, tackle in the movies and shit? Why don't they do that here? They never do that. They never, like, go and, like, ram you and stuff. I'm really surprised it's not in the game. He makes it look easy. You ever notice how this just goes on for an eternity? Like, these games take so long. Yeah, you just never lose the ball. It's true. It's a good way to win. Oh boy. I'm really just amazed that this exists. I knew it was going to be something. I knew it was going to be something, but I am glad that it really doesn't feel like there's anything that is what I would describe as a nightmare. It's just such a fake-ass fucking video game. Oh yeah, Final Fantasy X came out a couple years ago from this game. Final Fantasy X was like, what, 2001? Or something? If I'm not mistaken. And this is 2003. Yeah. Final Fantasy X is a good-ass fucking video game. Okay, this is different. Something's happening here. Never seen this before. Okay.
Yes, I think that was the Z-Burger Slither.
What? It didn't make their... Okay, they scored like... Okay, are we trying to do something here? What are we trying to do exactly? What is this? Like, they basically gave them free points or something? Is that what this is? You know, Final Fantasy X's great. It's not perfect. Few games are, right? But it's a good game. Like, I've played it a couple times. Even somewhat more recently. Nice game. A lot of stuff that I really like about it. The HD remaster versions are a little unfortunate in some aspects, but there are some compelling things about them that I feel that some people kind of overlook. Like the fact that you got like the random battles being turned on and off at will, fast forward features and stuff like that. And I did play through the HD remaster version once, and it shaved off like 20 hours of my game time. And I think that's pretty nice. Even if like some other parts are a bit more unfortunate, like it's a pretty compelling feature, you know? And then the PS2 version's not gonna have that. So like it's gonna be a million times longer. I like how that guy just comes out of nowhere to grab that. And yeah, the faces in a lot of the Harry Potter games are really bad. That's been kind of a constant. There's been a lot of really good faces. They're just extremely fucking poverty, these games. Like, some of you have not seen these games in action. You have no idea how poverty these have gotten at times. This is definitely up there, though. Like, this game actually is reusing a bunch of assets from Harry Potter 1 through 3, like the 3D Zelda clones. It's straight up reusing the arena, and it's like reusing the Hogwarts grounds and stuff. Like, this is really dire. But at least it runs. Like, it basically sticks to mostly 60 frames per second, you know? None of the other games accomplish that. So that's kind of a bit of a novelty, I think. And yeah, right, like the HD remaster is based off of the superior international version for Final Fantasy X. That said, like, if you have a bit of savviness, you can just play the international version anyway, and it has English as an option, apparently. So, like, even though it's technically, like, you know, like there are ways to just have English for it or whatever. But still, the time-saving stuff is not a small thing. Yeah, like if I was a PS 1.5 game, I'd have 60 FPS. Yeah, exactly. Despite the fact that they're like putting up a bit more of a fight, right? Like they're goaltending better and stuff. Despite that, I still have an enormous lead. Like that's not really helped them too much. Like, I'm still well within, like, if they get the Snitch, they're still not going to win territory. The Snitch only gets, like, what, 120, 150 points? So what does it matter? Yeah, and they cheated, exactly. Like, they got, like, free points, which is a terrible mechanic in your game, by the way. Letting the opposing team just get free points. That's, kind of a grave sin. Yeah, 150 points, yeah. I'm pretty sure it's been 150 every time. I tell you what, though, there are a lot of potentially interesting, amusing games for the GameCube Challenge. So many games left, and that are not Harry Potter. You know how many Disney games are in this fucking library? There's like 25 or something of them. And I've only done one of them so far. There's a lot of fun little things to look at. You know there's a Dora Explorer game? That's right, they got a Dora the Explorer game on here. I already did the Curious George game. The Curious George game was really fun. In the sense that like, for what it was really interesting. And surprisingly had a very competent game engine. And apparently the Dora Explorer game uses the same game engine as Curious George does. It's like same developers and stuff. Like Curious George wasn't a good game, but like as far as like this is Babu game for babies to play, it was like pretty alright. And in case anyone's wondering like why there's a Curious George game on the GameCube, everyone memory hold this ever happening, but they came out with like an animated Curious George film in the aughts that had Owen Wilson starring as like the professor or whatever, and that's what that's based off of. There's also other like weird cryptid stuff in this library, like yeah, the man in the yellow hat. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Owen Wilson was the man in the yellow hat for that like that aughts reboot movie of Curious George that nobody remembers. Okay, we're doing this again. I guess they're getting free points. Good for them. Is that just the same cutscene as before? I think it was. Yeah, it was just the same thing. So just got free points. Yeah, they got free points. Good for them. This is another 20. That's fair. That makes a lot of sense to do in your video game. Do that twice. Wow, I actually like got stuck on them. Oh, it was Will Ferrell? Sorry, fucking my bad. I get these. Do I get these all confused? Yeah. It's been a while. That Curious George game was like earlier this year. But like, yeah, there's also other weird, bizarre shit that nobody really remembers. Like, did you know that there's a Dinotopia game on the GameCube? Do you remember Dinotopia? I don't remember Dinotopia. There's a whole like mini-series and TV show about that. Like, that's what it's based off of. And they made a video game. It's bizarre. Two of my friends, when I mentioned this one that really threw people for a loop, there's an ant bully game on here. And then a couple of you were like, what the fuck is that? Like, what is an ant bully game? Like, and this you were like, what? And then you kind of remember, if you think about it enough, that like Ant Bully at the time felt like some weird like industry psyop. Like they were trying to make the Ant Bully a thing, and it was like trying to be everywhere for a short period of time. And like it felt like they were really trying to make something a thing, right? Because that does happen in like the industry. You have like fucking like things that are just industry plants that just like show up, and they're like really desperately trying to make it a franchise or something. And that's one of those. Fucking Ant Bully. So a reminder, there are supposedly other mechanics in this game, but they legit do not matter. Like the combo passing and shooting and stuff, and these special moves and all that. I've never felt a real reason to ever use them, and I don't think I ever will. Oh, by the way, some good news. I didn't bring it up the other stream. Actually, very good news. Oh wait, never mind. We got this going on. I don't understand what was going on with that still. Like, I tried pushing buttons and I didn't seem to get a meter or anything. So maybe it's just like the cards are what give me the boost. So maybe I don't have a chance of getting the snitch. Oh, I see what's happening. When you ride it, you get more of a boost that you can use. Okay, I see. The tutorial didn't do that in the same way. Now I understand. Now I get it. That's not how it worked in the tutorial at all. It was completely different. They're still going to get the snitch anyway because they cheat. Probably. It's already extremely difficult to get it, and the AI is going to know how to get it better than me.
That really puts the pressure on.
Oh, wait, no, I got it. There you go. I completely decimated them. I'm a god.
It's over.
Completely fucked them up. No, it was a real grab.
These players will never.
Wow, that face. Oh, boy. No, I grabbed it. I touched it. The game said I did. Now.
It is with great pleasure that I award this year's Quidditch Cup to Gryffindor.
Oh,
And
boy.
to those of you who will be attending this year's Quidditch
Dumbledore.
have a wonderful time. And don't forget to take your omnioculars.
And whoever voiced Dumbledore was really not giving a shit. They were like, oh, blah, 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 blah. Don't forget to take your blah, blah, blah. 590 points. Cool. Yeah, that's been something that they've done for every Harry Potter game. They just like kind of do this weird mix and matching between them. Just cartoon characters and yeah, just trying to be like the movie. It's always been that weird like mix. Look at that point difference. Jesus. So yeah, it just counts my overall score in like the league, like every match I do. That's cool. You don't feed Dumbledore the sewer water. That would be so funny. Okay, now we're in the World Cup. Ooh. Okay. So there's like 4 teams. Okay. It actually seems like if I just do this, that's all the content in the game, right?
England! Excellent! You've made the right choice.
Oh, so I don't play as Gryffindor now. I just play as England. So like I don't even play the same people anymore. Cool, I guess. So you don't even get to keep the same team anymore. That makes sense. We gotta see what the other ones are. How racist is this gonna be?
Japan's the best choice. We won't let you down.
Extremely. Hey, it's the first. It had to happen eventually. Let's see. Germany. How's Germany gonna do?
Germany, a very good choice if I say so myself.
Not even an attempt at a German accent there. They sure tried with Japan though.
The USA, the only choice you could make.
Cool. Great. Oh boy. All right.
England! Excellent!
I'm gonna
You
do
made the
one
right
World Cup
choice.
match, and then I'm gonna dip. And I'm gonna play another game. And I think everyone's gonna like the other game a lot more. Jesus Christ. I had a feeling that the Japanese voice would be real bad, and I was not let down. I was not let down. Fucking hell.
Hello, this is Ludo Bergman speaking to you from the English National Quidditch Stadium for today's match between England and France. For today's game, my co-commentator
This is very small for the World Cup. Oh boy, that background. Woo. That background's not even trying. That's like just a bunch of pixels, basically. Jeez, the resolution.
Today, the referee will be Erica Ostenson. And they're off.
It is a different stadium, yep. Nothing else has changed. The crowd is still very small, hilariously so.
Hooksworth has it.
Why is my... Man, what the fuck? Because, reminder, I don't get to switch the characters or control them in any way. So, like, my characters that it was switching to were not even remotely, like, in the right position. So I was really confused. Oh, yeah, they're putting up a little bit more of a fight. It's not like they're not trying now. They're putting in a little bit more effort. Good for them. Good for them.
He passes.
Damn it. Yeah, no, this is still the most fakest ass video game. Zero substance game. Even if I did do the World Cup in its entirety, I don't think it would even take terribly long, but I think we've seen everything we want to see. And you can't beat the game, so, you know, that's kind of our situation with this one. I wanted to see the World Cup, basically, and that was pretty much it. So after this match, we're going to move on to the next game. And the next game's going to be a lot more different than this, because obviously we got to change it up. Yes, I am convinced that this is the only World Cup stadium. There will not be another. 110%, there won't be anything else. As is, in many ways, this is pretty similar to the other one, so...
He's the one you want to watch if you want to really tackle.
I'll give you a small little preview chat of what the next game's gonna be. It's gonna be a Disney licensed game. So that'll be your little snippet there. Not that it's gonna take terribly long for me to move on from here. Most of the... I'm not going to presume too much out of the Disney licensed games, because I've only played one of them so far in the challenge. And the one I did play was pretty fucked up, but it was also very short. Like, that game definitely threw me for a loop, to be sure, but it was something I could finish in, like, one stream, basically. Or more or less, anyway. I think it was like a 4 or 5 hour game tops, Finding Nemo. Like, Finding Nemo didn't take that much time. I never had a Vita, no. I have a PSP Go.
There aren't many players who could have pulled that move.
So they still cheat. So they still cheat, even like in this World Cup. So they just get free points, which is just heinous. Even if the game's easy, right? Like, it's still just absolutely gross that you would make the game that way, right? Like, having that in your game, you made it wrong. Straight up, in so many ways. But no, I don't expect any of the Disney games in the challenge to be as hard as The Lion King. I expect them to be interesting. Some of them. Or just, some of them will definitely just be shovelware, like, without a doubt. But Finding Nemo at least tried. Like, it had some shovelware aspects to it, but it at least put in some effort and tried in areas. It just had some really bad ideas and implementations. What is Freedom Wars again? I don't know every video game, unfortunately. But, I mean, if that excites you, I'm happy to hear it. But I don't really know what it is offhand. All my mind's filled with is shitty Harry Potter games from 20 plus years ago, and low rent licensed games, and Donkey Kong Country. That's all that my brain's filled with. I'm really glad that this is the last game that I play for this, like a last match, because these take a long time. Oh, I got distracted, by the way. I was meaning to talk about something and I got distracted. Probably by the game being weird. So the good news that I was mentioning is that, like a few days ago or whatever, 8-Bit Do came out with a wireless adapter for the GameCube. And it basically lets you use different types of controllers that aren't GameCube controllers, and so on. So basically, like, it lets me use a bunch of my existing controllers for GameCube games, which will give me some options when I need them. So mainly what that helps me with pretty substantially is for when I play games that need to use the D-pad. I don't have to use the GameCube's D-pad. Because for those of you who may be aware, the GameCube's D-pad is one of the worst D-pads ever made. It is really bad. And there are some games that require you to only use it pretty much, for the most part. Like, you could technically, for some of them, use the analog stick, but that is really not a good way to play any of those games, like your Mega Man games and Sonic games and so on. You kind of want to use a D-pad, like, if you're using a controller anyway. So it's nice that that's like kind of solves that issue, because the only other option that I had before that came out was to get like a RAFnet Super Nintendo controller adapter that's never in stock. Look at them all fancy. Just cheating. Oh wow, did you see that guy's face? Did you see that like goaltender's face? That was incredible. He like looked like he legit came out of a fucking PlayStation game. Amazing. This is fucking great. I don't know why it's a mechanic, because it's basically just the game's cheating you, and it seems like that it's just not something you ever want. But anyway, yeah, I'm happy that that came out. It's not in stock, and it might be hard to get for a while, but I also don't have to get it immediately. Like, I'm not in a rush. I'm just glad it exists. So once it has normal stock, I'll grab that, because that's going to be really helpful. They also introduced a controller mod, which pairs with that adapter that they put out, where you basically can just like, what's the word? Mod kit. Mod kit's the word. So they came out with like a mod kit for the GameCube controller as well. And that's cool. Like, that's like another alternative, I guess, to like repair existing GameCube controllers and stuff, right? And I don't think I will end up needing to do anything like that personally. And I also don't need to have a like wired or wireless GameCube controller that has rumble support, because I already have one that does that. That's a third party. And that one's not perfect. It has flaws, but it serves its purposes. Okay, that's just them scoring, I guess. But anyway, so I don't think the mod kit is really something I would ever need, but it's still neat that it exists, you know, because you can essentially repair GameCube controllers without needing to use existing GameCube controller parts. But I'm like pretty good on the GameCube controller situation. So like, I have like 6 of them, and one of them's a Wavebird. And like 2 or 3 of them are in like good condition, and then I have one brand new Smash Brothers one that I bought roughly around the time the challenge started. So I would still consider this current Smash Brothers controller to be pretty new. GameCube controllers, from my experience, have pretty good durability. Like, it does take quite a lot of punishment before they start to like showcase any notable problems from what I've seen. I don't know if anyone else like has their own experiences with that, but I personally have had pretty positive experiences with like the durability on the controllers. Looks like we're almost done. Not a whole lot left based off of that meter. Yeah, this is completely mind-numbing, like 110% mind-numbing. I did not mean to aim there, but that's fine. Hey, Silver Streak. It's not really a game. It's basically a fake video game. There's basically almost nothing here to it. It essentially has two different modes of play, and they're more like mini games than they are an actual like sport or operate as like a full-fledged game. I was meaning to ask Sarah, but how did the if you're still here, how did Dead Cells go? I only saw a bit of that, but like I like Dead Cells. I played like I think 30-ish hours of it like a couple years ago at this point. My kind of take on Dead Cells is there's a fair number of things I do like about the game, but it kind of has that prickliness to it where I feel like it's the sort of roguelite game that doesn't explain itself, but in a way that is not to its own benefit. There's like a lot of stuff in that game that is thrown at you, and they don't really tell you anything at all about what any of it is. I think probably the weirdest thing about the game is that it has like a very strange progression system where when you have the DLCs, it just randomly shoves DLC stages at you, and because you haven't played the game before, and I didn't play the game before when I got it and had DLC, I couldn't differentiate what was DLC and what was just the base game, right? Other than the Castlevania stuff, which was more obvious, like, of course I would know, oh, this is the Castlevania stuff. Would that be more clear? Because the other stuff doesn't, like, have a license tied to it. It just kind of blends in with the game. So I was really, like, confused when I would come across some areas that seemed basically impossible. And the game would kind of just shove them in my direction and be like, hey, you want to go to this area? And I'm like, okay, sure. And it's like, oh, by the way, we didn't tell you, but this is like a DLC area, and it's fucking impossible for your character right now. It's like, oh, okay, cool. Thanks for the death, I guess. And like the game kind of has a lot of that. So it gets a little confusing. In many ways, I kind of feel like for new players, it's more prickly than it needs to be. I don't think it's a bad game, though. Like, Dead Cells is really neat, but, like, it really does just, I feel like it suffers from a lot of bloat. Some games are unfortunately like that. But, sometimes I think about playing more of it and messing about, but I probably wouldn't really, like, care too much either way. The problem is there's a lot of games to play. So much game. Yeah, I didn't want to aim there. Yeah, that part's fun. I think if I recall, Desi, when you played it, it basically was roughly when it came out and didn't have like a million DLC. Because I kind of feel like most of the problem is just the DLC bloat and how that kind of harms the new player experience. Because like the overwhelming majority of that DLC is not for new players and like new characters and stuff. And it kind of just fucks with like a lot of the game experience. It might be more of a game than this, Silver Streak, but I wouldn't put it past them because keep in mind, modern video games do be having shovelware still. Like, they never stopped making shovelware. It still exists. Okay, it looks like they're getting 3 points again. Or something's going on here. Yeah, they're just doing the free point thing again. Man, that fucking model is insane.
Yes, that certainly was the Bigonville Ballet.
Okay, we skip that.
Still no sign of the
We're
snitch.
very close to the end of this.
Run away.
Vosper! With the pass. Avery Hawksworth! Over here! Lafarge grabs it. She passes. Josephine Marat.
Yeah, no, nobody would play it. They gave it out for free for PlayStation Plus subscribers. You know nobody's playing that shit when they do that.
Grabs it. He steals it.
That's where games go to die, typically.
What a score!
We're almost at the snitch part again.
Hildegard Lafarge. Vosper!
So how are people doing today? How's your day going? I didn't get too much sleep. I got like 5 or 6 hours of sleep, probably. Not great. Woke up a few times during that as well, so it wasn't like most well rested, but I've had it worse. Pretty much one of those days where I kind of had to force myself to get out of bed. And I'm like, oh, I gotta not waste the day away completely. I got a shitty Quidditch game to play. People need to see shitty Quidditch. I gotta get out of bed. And that's kind of how that went. Bullshit. That guy wasn't even anywhere near that. Oh, also, I guess this is vaguely worth mentioning, but I've been catching up on my VODs for YouTube shit that have been months behind. I keep them all. I just haven't bothered doing it yet. So I put up most of the VODs. They're almost all up there. I'm just not like making them all public immediately because, you know, I don't want to flood people's feeds or anything. So I'm just kind of over time just putting them out. All right, so now we got the snitch part of it. This is the only other thing this game has. This is a shitty ball right here. This is what we're doing. This is where it is. You have to wait to like... Oh, they already got it? Okay, they literally cheated, but that's cool. Holy shit, like they wasted no time getting that. That's basically impossible to do. Still won anyway, because they suck. Despite their free goals and cheating to get the snitch, I still won. Because that's how dire this is. Hey, Gnosis Doc. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, no, if we're going based off of, like, just general measurement of quality, effort, all of that, this is definitely, out of the 5 Harry Potter games, the worst one. It's not difficult. It's just terrible. Like, it's just an awful, awful game. Like, it basically isn't a real game. It's fake. Like, this is complete fucking dog shit. Apparently, Germany has 280 points. I have 290. I think it's worse, Soryu, just because it's not doing anything. Like, there is no video game, right? Like, I understand what you mean. Like, yeah, it performs better than any of the other Harry Potter games did. But, like, there is no game. Like, there's nothing here. At least I can describe to people, like, what Goblet of Fire is as a game and what the 3D Zelda clones are as games. Like, you know, they have something there that you can kind of latch onto, whereas this is like 2 mini games, essentially, that just go on forever. The Nordic team, that is funny. What the fuck? That's not even somebody you can select. Like, you can't select most of these, actually, unless they just get unlocked. But, yeah, fucking insane. Yeah, so you got, like, exhibition, and there's, like, this inventory system. So, yeah, basically, we've seen everything with the game. There is no, like, game. You can't even roll credits in this. So, like, we've basically seen everything that this has to offer.
To learn the basics of Quidditch and compete for the Quidditch Cup.
Absolutely dire. Terrible game. don't really have anything else to cover on this one. Like, you can't beat it, basically. It just has a World Cup, and that's it. And there's like 3 more matches or something. So I think we're good on this. I think that we can move on. Very strange, very dire game. Welcome in, Mega Man. And there's this like shitty cutscene again that just autoplays, I guess. But yeah, that's basically the video game. So we're gonna move on to the next game. And I guess we're finally done with fucking Harry Potter. Fucking finally. Jesus Christ.